Browns 0-8 at home. Just sad.
I haven't heard you this down since Dr. Brown got fired. It's a game that we were in, and it's a game that we just don't finish.
I don't want to watch anymore.
Why? Why does that happen? I'm so sick of watching those plays.
0-16.
I definitely do not want to watch it all 22.
That's up and down to me. That looks like dysfunction. Welcome back, Survivors, episode 36, season 3. This is Surviving the Season. Browns lose 37-21, fall to 2-6-1 in a pretty not that surprising of a game.
Nope, should have bet it. Should have went with our gut.
I don't think we're going to have this super exciting show here because there's really nothing to talk about.
Way to get
this, right?
Way to get people to stick around and listen. That's really not selling your product right there.
Kansas
that was a rough
City,
one.
499 yards. Holy shit!
And they took their foot off the gas towards the end. Just started running it out. They did whatever they want. When you look at the scoring summary and you look at the like the scoring drives, it's 7 plays, 75 yards, 7 plays, 95 yards, 7 plays, 75 yards, 6 plays, 75 yards, 8 plays, 75 yards, 11 plays, right? The whole thing, up and down. 10 plays, 75 yards. They just did whatever they wanted.
Scored a touchdown on their first, 6 full drives. Their first 5 full drives were touchdowns.
Yeah, that's what these good offenses can do. And it's not like Mahomes is asked to do like all these crazy things that where it's just like he's got to make it's every single play. It's guys are running wide open. There's nobody even around half these guys. They set up a screen on third down and 20
that we said they should do. Run screens every play and hand the ball off once in a while, and then a couple jet sweeps in there to get 12 yards whenever you needed it.
Yeah,
2nd and 10.
Yeah, so pretty much what we expected. The nice thing I thought the Browns offense had a little bit of, they looked like they were back. Oh, it's pretty strange. You get this ball to this guy named Duke Johnson. Have you heard of him?
Yeah, it was awesome. 9 receptions, 78 yards, 2 scores.
Pretty interesting thing there. He had 20 receptions on the year coming into the game. So he goes, he gets 50% of his receptions in one game. It's hilarious. What our guy Jarvis end up with? Because he's a number 1 wide receiver.
7 targets for 50 yards.
Dang, there goes that average again. That's 4 or 5 weeks in a row where Jarvis's average is going to be going down. He's catching balls 4 yards away from the line of scrimmage, not breaking tackles.
Dude cannot break a tackle. I don't like these 2-point conversion calls when they're going to do Landry in the flat. If he's not going to get into the end zone with his... It's a great play call if the other receiver rubs his guy, but Landry can't catch the ball short of the end zone because he's getting tackled right away every single time.
Yeah, I mean, he's broken some tackles this year. I don't want to take anything away, but it's a lot of the same stuff. I mean, again, we finally Antonio Callaway I thought had a decent game. We had the one catch. I think he dropped the ball though. He had the 38-yarder. That was pretty huge. You know who made a few plays? Rashad Perryman.
Yeah.
I was surprised. Now, he did get 6 targets. He only had 2 receptions for 36 yards, but then he had a couple runs. They had, was it the second drive of the game? We run 2 reverses in a row. Like, what is that? So back-to-back reverse. Interesting.
Yeah, that was weird. What do you think of Mayfield today? 29 of 42, 297, 2 touchdowns and a pick, sacked twice.
I feel like he still has a lot to improve on. I thought the interception obviously was a rookie mistake, big time. Throwing across your body when you just throw the ball away there. I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to make a play. They're down. We got to do something big. But you're moving the ball fine down the field. Just if it's not there right away, throw the ball out of bounds. Live to play another down. I also think that he's missing a few open receivers. He was a little high on a number of his throws today. I think all that stuff, the more familiar he becomes with whatever offense they're going to go to next year and the year after and the year after that, I mean, these things are going to improve. But I think he would admit himself that he's just been a little off. where with his accuracy. I don't think he would be happy with his ball placement on a lot of these throws.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's why it's nice to work it out this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of going into next year where now you got to throw in a rookie. We're working it out on the field here, so it's sort of a live public audition for next year. So take the rookie mistakes. There's nothing you can do. Don't get too pissed. When it happened, I was like, fuck.
Yeah, well, the game is probably out of reach anyways, but there is a chance. There is that one glimmer of hope that we've had all year as Browns fans. Like, there's a chance we could do this. Like, hey, maybe another overtime, something like that. We get two touchdowns, 2-point conversions. We're about right back in this thing. But we know that had the Chiefs needed to just go down the field, they could have. They did it at will all day. I like the announcers were even giving us crap about what we thought we were going to be terrible at today, and that was our tackling. They said, they got to have at least 20 missed tackles in the second half. So we knew that was going to be a major problem. But not only that, then Kirksey's out. We got Vallejo in there, missing tackles, which if you look at his history with the Bills, that's what he was known for, Tanner Vallejo. And then EJ Gaines goes out, and now next thing you know, TJ Carey's guarding Tyreek Hill. Like, come on, is there a worse mismatch in the league? TJ Carey just has no athletic ability. He cannot run with guys. He's a bigger bodied guy. He can body up some of these dudes, but him up against Tyreek Hill, that's never going to end up well. And it did. Yeah,
Randall tried to go before the game. Was ruled out at the last minute. You could tell he wasn't running real great. So they ruled him out. BBC started back at safety. Yep. Then Denzel got hurt. I don't know, maybe the second drive.
He never came back, did he? I forgot about him.
Yeah.
So Denzel Ward, EJ Gaines, Kirksey went out. Peppers got hurt. I think he came back
a few plays. Yeah. Yeah, it was a Schobert's out, of course. It was a little bit tough on the defense.
Say that one more time. It was breaking up.
Schobert is out as well, so it was a little bit tough on the defense.
Yep. Yeah. Look, you have a defensive line that you can't rotate because there's no depth at all. Mm-hmm. Some due to the GM's own, not my guy syndrome. Then you have your linebackers who we didn't have depth in the first place. We've been complaining about this for a couple of years. Like, even the ones we have are not very good. I can't wait to see Jamie Collins miss tackles, Tanner Vallejo miss tackles on the day.
Hey, speaking of Jamie Collins, if I'm going to be upset about one thing in this game, I'm done with Collins, dude. He's putting in like zero effort half the time. It's just terrible to watch. Like, dude, you're on tape. People watch this. People are going to see that. Well, he's got he wants nothing to do with being out there and filling a gap, or I don't think he wants to play. I don't think his head's in it. So if he doesn't want to go, this is probably his last year anyway. I'm fine with it. I'm kind of done on him.
Yeah, Collins definitely has not earned his money. He's cut at the end of the season. I'm surprised I'm not surprised, I guess, that they couldn't find somebody to trade with the Browns. I imagine they were trying to move him. The problem is nobody wanted to take on that contract. I'm sure of that.
Oh, right. Yeah, not the easiest contract to move, especially if a team's just going to pick him up for half a season.
Right. There were reports that the Patriots or something were looking to get him, but I think that's a major thing that they're going to have to find. You have one good linebacker there with Schobert, and I think that's all you have right now. Having Kendricks probably would have, been solid help right now, this point in the season. But we're stuck with what we have, and that's throwing Collins out there. It's throwing Kirksey out there. If he comes back from his injury, we'll see. But it's not looking good. Do you want to get into the game a little bit here?
Yep, let's do it.
Okay. So most of it's first half again, because the game was pretty much over after that point. So we started with the ball, and we converted the very first drive of the game. The 4th down and 1, Nick Chubb What is that? Is that a first down? Not
Nope.
a chance in hell, right?
Nope.
Andy. That's what I thought. I thought there's no way that was a first down. We get awarded that. There was a couple of those on the day where the officials are like, "Yeah, it's close enough, first down," sort of. Like, what? What are you guys doing there? Reed didn't want to challenge it, obviously, because it's so early in the game, and he probably knew it wouldn't have mattered anyways. And then 3 plays after that, Damian Ratley dropped the ball on the screen. Not that it would have been a first down, but would have gave us a chance, and we punted it down to the KC 5-yard line. So subsequently, they, no sweat off their back. They drive 95 yards in 2 minutes and 43 seconds. And that was helped by a run of 15 yards by Pat Mahomes. Kelsey catch for 21. And then it was the screen, the Browns killer. That's what we'll call that. The Browns killer screen for 50 yards by Kareem Hunt. I don't even know if he got touched on that one.
No, I don't think so.
So the Browns being the Browns and knowing, hey, we're down 7-0, we better put some points on the board. So we start at 25-yard line. This is where we run those 2 reverses that I was talking about with Perryman. He gets 9 yards and back-to-back reverses, and Duke with 5 yards. And that sort of maybe gave us a little, hey, what's going on here with Duke? They're going to start giving Duke the ball a little bit. Did you notice Duke hobbling?
Yeah. I think after that first...
the whole game, he looks like he's hobbling. So he must be, I don't know if it's his hamstring or if it's his knee, because that's what he grabbed the last game was his knee, but it just he doesn't look right. He looks fine when he's running the ball, but as soon as he gets up, he just must be sore or something. So then we get the first down with Duke, and then Callaway had a 10-yard catch, Njoku with a 19-yard catch. What did Njoku have on the day? He seemed like he had a decent game. Not a lot of balls thrown his way.
4 catches on 5 targets for 53 yards.
Okay. So, yeah, nothing bad there. And actually, the one that got away, he was wide open, and Baker overthrew him just a little bit. He maybe got a fingertip on it. Yeah. But it was slightly overthrown. It would have been a big play. He was catching the ball and doing a little bit with it after the catch, which was nice. Then we got to 3rd down and 7 at the Kansas City 24-yard line. This is where Mayfield got sacked. And while he's getting sacked, Njoku is discussing the protection scheme with who filled in at left tackle today, Greg Robinson.
Yeah.
They're sitting there having a discussion. Wait till you go back and watch this, dude. You're gonna laugh. When you go to rewatch this game, you're gonna be like, holy shit, they're sitting there talking to each other. Mayfield's not even down on the ground. Njoku could have turned around or something. Mayfield could have just pitched him the ball. It was just a complete lack of awareness, 1, on what your actual responsibility was on the play. 2, that you could have probably caught the ball and ran a couple yards, if not picked up the first down. But that's the thing that Njoku, we're still seeing those inconsistencies. I want it to be better just as bad as you do. I mean, it needs to get better. But again, I'm not ready to give up on David Njoku because he has troubles blocking. Like, I want to see this guy out in pass patterns on 3rd down and 7.
Yeah.
Yep. So then we settled for a 51-yard field goal, which Greg Joseph hit. I finally remember the kicker's name. 51-yard field goal is good. So that was a big kick for him, because I think if he would have missed that one, that was his only field goal on the day. He probably would have been out the door. So now it's 7-3. Kansas City gets the ball back, and this is where they start their. Every time that they get the ball on the 25-yard line, they're just going to go right down the field. So Garrett gets a sack, and I think it's Garrett and Avery. I'm not sure who they credited it for that one. Garrett had the pressure that made Mahomes step up. Avery, I think, tackles him, and it makes it 3rd down and 19 at the Kansas City 46.
Run a screen.
Exactly. Run a screen. 3rd down 19, what are we going to do? I don't even know if the Browns blitz ever. I don't even remember what the Browns play call was. All I know is I couldn't believe that they just let the running back get so wide open and let the lineman get downfield like that. I'm like, here we go. I mean, how did they not know that's coming? That's what everybody runs against us on 3rd down and 19. Everybody. And it looked like there was a block in the back with one of the receivers and the cornerbacks. Did you see that?
Yep.
Like, it didn't look. It shouldn't have happened. Obviously, we know that. So he picks up. That was where he picked up 25. And then 4 plays later, it was Travis Kelce on the 11-yard touchdown where it was just a bullet. Wait, was there there was a second Travis Kelce touchdown, right? That was the first Travis Kelce touchdown. So I don't even remember exactly how that one went down.
Yeah, there was a couple of them.
Yeah, so 14-3, we started our 25-yard line. And then it seemed like Freddie Kitchens had in his mind, like, all right, well, we're going to try to pound the ball right down their throats and see what happens. And they did a good job. On this drive, Nick Chubb ran the ball 8 times for 40 yards. And then they capped it off with a 4-yard touchdown run by him. They go for the 2-point conversion. 2-point conversion's no good, so that makes the score 14-9. Any plays on that stuck out to you?
No, I think I was already complaining about the 2-point conversion calls, but
you were mad about. I thought you liked 2-point conversions.
No. I'm fine going for 2.
You're just saying the play call.
Yeah. It just needs to be. It needs to be to somebody else, or it needs to be designed a little better. But
okay.
No problem.
Now, overall, I thought Freddie Kitchens did a nice job today.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay, I thought it looked like a nice. It was more. Not necessarily balanced. It seemed like Baker had more time. You know what the other thing might be? Is Greg Robinson just better than Desmond Harrison? I mean, we can't sit there and watch the line when we're watching these games first time through, but when I go back, I'm definitely going to be watching Greg Robinson because I did not see him getting pushed back into Mayfield like we see on a weekly basis with Harrison getting pushed back.
True.
So there might have been something there. Okay, so now 14-9, Chiefs get the ball back, 25-yard line. Sammy Watkins gets 19, and then Hill gets that 40-yard pass on TJ Carey. Hill went for like 8 and then like 13, and that led to a 1-yard run for Hunt. And it's just easy. Everything is just, all right, snap the ball, step back in the pocket, have plenty of time, and somebody will be so wide open. Like, I literally have to be the worst quarterback in the history of quarterbacks to miss this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, Pat Mahomes is playing excellent football, but good God, Andy Reid is calling excellent. Well, it's what's his name's calling. Eric Bieniemy's calling these plays, but these guys are so well coached that guys and the plays are so well designed that guys are just so wide open. Yeah. It's unreal. It's just easy. They're playing a different and easier game than what we're playing. One, they have a ton of talent, which we talked about. So that made it 21-9, and we basically thought the game was over. I mean, I did. Well, there goes our chance. But we get the ball back, and this was actually a hell of a drive here, this next one. This was our two-minute offense that we haven't ran. I think it was 2:24 or 2:30 when we got the ball back.
That's right.
And it started out with Higgins for 7. Now, it seemed like Ratley was in there before Higgins, right? Do you think they're easing Higgins back into it?
Yeah, probably. He's coming back from an injury.
What was Higgins' numbers on the day?
3 catches on 4 targets for 19 yards.
Okay. All right. And he had first down was Higgins for 7. Second down was Higgins for 4. They picked up the first down. Then Duke had 10 yards. We got to 3rd down and 8, and Mayfield was stripped. Ford beat Hubbard around the end, and I go, here we go. It was so bad. The telecast was so terrible that
we never knew what happened until the Browns just started lining up again.
No. Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking the Chiefs get the ball back. None of the Browns players are running off the field for some reason. We're lining up for the next play. And then they say, oh, Ford was offside, so no strip sack. It ends up being 3rd and 3. And Duke goes for 2. And then on 4th down and 1, they get the Chiefs to jump. Boy, if that I don't know if you saw they showed that the Chiefs had the same number of penalties as the Browns do on the year. Yeah. So, we complained about the Browns being undisciplined and terribly coached. I don't think that's the case for the Chiefs. Sometimes teams just commit a lot of dumb penalties. Maybe that's the case. I don't think they're badly coached, obviously. What was the penalty difference today? It seemed like we did okay there.
Yeah, we only had 4 penalties for 20 yards. They had 11 for 86.
It's the Hugh Jackson effect.
Yeah, he's gone. Everything was better. And Harrison was sick, so he didn't have like 4 holding penalties.
It's amazing you lose a game by 16 and you go, you know what? Everything looked better, though, today. Yeah, so then first down was, we had 50 seconds left, 44-yard line, first down. Landry caught the 18-yard pass. Then we had a Duke with an 8-yard run, and then on second down and 2, Duke catches a 19-yard touchdown. And there wasn't too much left on the clock, maybe like 26 seconds. We go for the 2-point conversion and do not convert again. So they get the ball back, they throw a pick, no big deal, and then they go into halftime. Score 21-15. We have to kick off to them. Did you think we had any chance in hell of winning this game at halftime?
I was just happy that it was somewhat competitive, but I had a feeling that at some point the defense was going to have to get a stop, and they got no stops on the day, basically.
Did they punt today?
Yeah, 2 times.
They did. Okay, yeah, that must have been at the very end.
The last 2 drives.
Because they didn't punt in the first half. They didn't punt in the very... Oh, I gave up on the last drive. I didn't even watch. I was getting everything prepared for this. I had enough. I think you gave up a couple drives before. Did you not?
No, I watched it all. But I was
you
ready.
did?
I was ready to go. I just
okay.
I watched it. The most important battle of the day, the Colquitt brothers both punted twice. So kind of a tie there, except our Colquitt got one blocked. So
yes, Amos, the ghost of Amos Jones. Oh wait, he's still there, so it can't be a ghost. He should have been fired. How did they not fire Amos Jones right along? It should have been a trio fired. Include Amos Jones right with that. No surprise though that they get a long return today. They get a punt block. That's the best special teams unit versus the league's second worst special teams unit now. 21-15 at halftime, and we're thinking, like you said, if we can get a couple stops, we'll be good to go. And they get the ball back again at the 25-yard line and drive 75 yards. like butter. Like a knife through butter. It's just, and this one was more of, there's a couple big plays. Watkins for 23, Ware for 21, but most of it was, your 8-9 yards at a time. It's amazing how efficient they are on first down.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, hey, even on a bad play for them, it's like, oh, we only got 6 yards on first. Ah, shucks. That's rough. It's just so easy for them. And this is the one where Travis Kelce caught the ball over Peppers, 13-yard touchdown. Perfect pass. Peppers being, 5'9", little munchkin, can't keep up with Kelce. My one fear that I have of Peppers, even though that was good, he was in a good spot, Derwin James would have made the play. That's all I have to say about that. That's your boy. Then let's skip it. I mean, game was basically over at this point. We're talking 28-15. Is there any more drives throughout this game? I mean, they had 2 drives later. Actually, their next drive, they had a 2-play, 21-yard, 22-yard
that was after the block
scoring
punt.
drive. Yeah, right after the block punt. Hunt scored on a 10-yarder. Vallejo missed a tackle there. We actually, then there was the very next possession after that. It's 34-15. We go on a 15-play, 75-yard drive and get a touchdown. And that was actually another one of those where Chubb's running well. You got some Duke mixed in there. Perriman makes a play. Njoku makes a catch. We actually would have ended the drive, but there was the unsportsmanlike conduct on the Njoku 12-yard gain. I think it was third down and 20-something and third down and goal from the 20. Yeah. Yep, from the 23, Njoku catches a 12-yard pass and they get an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. I can't remember the guy who did it.
Hitchens.
Anthony Hitchens. Yeah, that's the kid from Lorraine. So Andy Reid couldn't have been happy about that. And then 3 plays later, Duke gets a 5-yard touchdown. And again, 2-point conversion, no good, which makes a score 34-21. And then the only thing they got after that was a field goal. Anything else you want to talk about? I mean, that's all the bulk of the main stuff. Anything else you want to talk about in that game?
No, we covered the interception.
Yeah, the interception was just flat out a rookie mistake. Nothing more to that. I mean, you cannot throw across your body like that.
Third down defense wasn't great. They were 6 of 10, but they really made all of them until the end. We were 5 of 13 on third down.
5 of 13. They were 6 of 10. Yeah, so the ones they probably missed were at the end.
Yeah, they missed 2 at the end. Garrett had
Travis Kelce.
3rd and 11.
I mean, would you have been surprised if I told you their leading receiver was going to be a tight end?
Nope.
Probably not when it comes to this team. So Travis Kelce, 7 catches, 99 yards, 2 touchdowns on 9 targets. That's efficiency. Tyreek Hill, I think he had all his yards. He might have had all his yards in the first half. 4 catches, 69 yards on 5 targets. I mean, what was Mahomes? You said they had 499 yards total offense. Mahomes had 375 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. We almost had another pick on that would have been huge, where Agba had a chance.
Damn.
That maybe would have gave us a little bit of life. I was thinking the whole time as it got, we're down by 2 scores, by 16, 2 scores and 2-point conversions. We need to have like a pick 6 or something. Never happened, but they were just super efficient. Just a well-oiled machine over there in Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing on their defense that makes you think, like, if they're going to go up against New England, they're not going to be able to stop New England. It's just, that's what these games have come down to in the NFL. It's just who's got the higher powered offense. No team should ever, like, that's why they've punted, what do we say, 23 times on the year?
Yeah.
And it doesn't even happen till the fourth quarter. You get up big early, and then you coast through. You end up punting a couple times at the end of the game. There's no point in even having a punter on these teams. I mean, it's just, they're playing a different game than what the Browns are playing right now. It's just too easy. I thought Nick Chubb again had a nice game. 22 carries, 85 yards, a touchdown. But there's a lot of times there's just not good blocking. A lot of times there's just nowhere for him to run. He had one negative 4-yard run where he probably shouldn't have tried to bounce it to the outside.
Yeah.
That one was probably a bad decision. But you can see there's times where he's creating yardage. He's breaking tackles too. His jump cut is very high level, and he's able to create a little bit of his own yardage. But his average is 3.9. I mean, you want to see that up into the 4.5 or something like that. That would be pretty elite. So we need him to be a little bit better. Anybody else stick out to you today?
No, Duke getting into the offense again is great. A lot of short passes, a lot of quick passes, get the ball out of Mayfield's hands quickly. It seemed like it was in the game plan. Seemed like the Browns could actually run a screen a couple times there. That wasn't all fucked up from the beginning, so that might be useful going forward if they can do that. We got to get healthy. Falcon, we got Atlanta next week and then a bye week.
Yep.
So,
yep. We need that bye week so bad.
Yeah.
They need it bad. I mean, we only gave up 2 sacks today. We had 2 sacks, one from Garrett, one from Avery, and then Kansas City had 2 sacks. So obviously that there was something different. I want to go back and see how much of it is Harrison just not being in there, 1, and then 2, how much is it Freddie Kitchens making things easier for the offensive line by getting the ball out quick, because they talked about that. He mentioned that to the guys doing the show, the color analyst, and hey, we're gonna put some stuff in that gets the ball out quicker. Should help in the long run. But I mean, we want Mayfield to stay healthy this year, but we want him to also be challenged. We don't want to make it so damn easy that he's not having to think. So
right.
Put a little bit of pressure on the kid. Yeah, but not much. I mean, this is what we expected. Lose by 16. We're just outgunned, outmanned. Don't let this one get you too far down. It's a loss, but I think there was signs that you see that you go, okay, well, the offense played better. Defense got, tuned up, but what are you going to do? You're down a lot of guys today. There's a lot of bodies missing out there, important ones. I mean, Randall's probably the second most important guy on this defense right now. Well, third most important guy on this defense outside of Garrett and Ward. And Ward goes out today. Randall goes out today. EJ Gaines goes out today. I mean, there was Tavier Thomas was in there at one point.
Yeah.
I forgot he was even on our roster. I did.
Yeah, it doesn't make for an easy day when everybody's hurt.
Nope. I mean, that's part of the game, though. So you gotta play like that. You're gonna have weeks where you're not gonna have your whole team, and you go up against one of the league's best. There's not too much more you can hope for with this team right now. But I think Atlanta. Now, what did Atlanta do today? Do you have that in front of you by chance? You got scores?
Atlanta beat Washington 38-14.
Oh, great. So they're playing their best ball right now, probably. Julio Jones scored a touchdown. How about that? That's been a long time coming. Yeah, Calvin Ridley, another good wide receiver. I mean, we're not going to – here's the thing. EJ Gaines, second concussion in a month.
Yeah, it's trouble.
Yeah, it's going to be at least multiple weeks. I don't even know how the rules are written anymore. He could be out the rest of the year. But the seed, I think they have some different when it comes to concussions, like different protocol stuff that you have to do now, too, in that quick amount of time. We'll have to see here going forward. It's not good.
Nope.
All right. Anything else that you have for this game?
That probably wraps it up for me.
All right. We will be back in a couple of days. Until then, you can hit us up on Twitter at STS Podcast. Our email is
survivingtheseason@gmail.com. Thank you for listening, everybody, and sharing the show. We appreciate it. We will see you soon. #Road to Redemption. Greg, tell them what we say.
Keep on surviving.